Yo, the $40,000 card is here, man. The 40 bands. All right. If you didn't see the first video, you need to go watch that one for sure. This part 2, man. Let's get it. Yo, if your job ain't giving you a $50,000 raise, you probably need a new one. Message. You feel me? Listen, if you not making 6 figures right now at your job, it's probably time to start looking somewhere else. No, I'm just playing. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with having a job. The main problem is they don't pay you enough. So listen, I'm gonna show you how to keep your job and make hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? Not even using your own money. This is about to be some crazy sauce, so y'all gotta stick with me on this video. But before we do that, you know I gotta give you a scripture of the day. Proverbs 18:21. Life and death lies in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat its fruit. You eat what you speak, so watch your mouth, all right? Whatever words you speak out, hey, you reap what you sow, it's coming back. You feel me? So if you always saying you broke, you gonna stay broke. You feel me? Watch what you say. Listen, now this video right here about to be stupid. It's about to be crazy, a lot of information. So I need y'all to take notes. Okay, I got a couple videos I need to show y'all before we even start because I gotta paint the picture for you, all right? I'm gonna show you how to turn it up in life. 2025, about to be live, let's go. All right, first video, my boy Myron Golden just dropped something crazy. Y'all know I'm always talking about this, so look, gotta play this part.
Rich people borrow money because we can always use the bank's money cheaper than we can use our own.
That's a bar. That's one bar. Rich people borrow money because we can always, let's keep going.
I use credit cards. I don't use debit cards. I'm gonna get to that strategy in a minute.
I use credit cards, I don't use debit cards. It's a multimillionaire, by the way. Let's keep it rolling.
I'm not debt-free, but I pay my credit cards off every month. I have no desire to be debt-free. In fact, in 2025, I fully expect to accumulate hundreds of millions of dollars of debt. And I know that's, like when I say that, that's like, what did you just say? Yeah, that's what I said.
That sounds crazy, don't it? This is the name of the game. This is why you've been behind. This is why you've been behind. This is why people keep passing you up, leaving you behind because you're scared of debt. We're going to get to it. There is a scripture to say the borrower is slave to the lender. That is very true, but it's not a sin to have debt, y'all. There's good debt and bad debt. So if you're scared of debt and you're scared of what I'm about to show you, this ain't for you. But if you ain't scared of this, you about to turn up. Watch.
Why would you borrow that much money? Here's why. Because they give me these things called points. And I use my points all the time. Right now, just on that card, I have 3,414,000 points. How much is that? $34,000. I can go on Amazon and buy $34,000 of whatever I need for my business, and it costs me $0.
Oh, my Lord.
You have a Marriott card. You put your points on your Marriott card. You can go stay in a suite that would cost you $16,000 for free. Rich people, we borrow money because it makes us money.
I know you're hearing it. We're going to keep going. We're going to get into this video about to be saucy. Listen to my homegirl, Chanel Stevens, one of the dopest CPA marketers on earth. She literally been an entrepreneur for over 8 years, killing it in CPA niche, millions of dollars, traveling the world, doing her thing. Listen to what she got to say.
Price, you guys know the perks that come with running a CPA marketing business. I'm able to get reimbursed for all my ad spend. So all my ad spend from Facebook, Google, etc. All that ad spend I put on my American Express card, and I'm able to get points for that spend. And with that, I'm able to use it for Delta Sky Miles and get free flights, basically, all from basically just running a business. So
free flights. What's the perks? They say, why you talk about credit so much? What's the perks? Listen, free flights, free hotels, free Ubers, free Amazon, free orders off Amazon, free ads. We're gonna get into it. I got a couple more and we're gonna get to it. Listen to how crazy this sounds.
Be willing to invest in yourself because you will never lose. Because you're only gonna become better. You can never lose in life if you invest in yourself.
What's the most you think you spent on ads in a month?
The most I spent on advertisement in a month, I mean, the most I've ever made in a month was about 1.5 million.
Yeah.
That's the most I've ever made in a month. I spent probably on ads like 200-300K.
Yeah, that's what I spent.
Yeah, like
so
200-300K.
Boom. How are you gonna compete with somebody who's spending $200,000 or $300,000 on advertising off their credit card? When your little regular dollars and your little regular job, how you gonna compete? You can't. Now listen, unless you get your credit up. We're gonna get to it, don't trip. One more video.
And you know what I love about credit, bro? What I love about credit is this. Not only the fact that we can use other people's money and leverage other people's money to do things and invest into things like that, but we make money when we spend money. Like, so the people out here that spending cash, the first thing you need to do is stop.
Facts.
You need to stop, because when you spend money, you don't make nothing in return off every dollar you spend. But when I spend money, or when we spend money, we make money off every dollar we spend.
I'm going on vacation next week off of points, B.
Points. So
everything is on my Amex.
But when you start doing businesses and investing for real, and man, them things started. And then so what you could do is, I think I got upwards like a 1.2 million now in rewards points. I'm literally going to show the back end of how I'm gonna buy a whole vehicle off my rewards points. Meaning, I'm gonna show the background of, I'm gonna go to a lot and get a $10,000 or $12,000 car off accumulating my rewards points. So that's for free off the back end, just because I changed my mindset of running my life through my credit cards to get something in return off every dollar I spend instead of nothing.
Because he changed his mindset, shout out to Smitty. He gonna go to a lot and buy a car off reward points. And Myron Golden just told you he had $34,000 worth of reward points. He can actually go to a car lot and buy a car with that. $0. Now listen, now that we down to the nitty gritty, I got my notes, y'all, so I gotta pull them up. But I promise you, this is why you've been behind in life. And I've been preaching this for years. Get your credit right, get your credit up. Get as many cards as you possibly can. Now, again, on the personal side, what you need to do, get 3-4 cards, you know what I'm saying? And then just to let them increase those limits over time. That's the dopest part about it. You get credit cards with rewards points, right? Anything you spend, right? When you out to eat, when you're doing business, when you're doing whatever, you're getting points. Those points accumulate to cash. You can cash that out straight to your bank account, or you can take them points and take a free trip. Literally on my card right now, I got like $1,200 on one of my cards for a free trip. But I wait till it build up some more, and then I'll go take, do what we got to do. But listen, this is why you've been behind, and this is why people passing you up in life, and you trying to figure out how everybody got all these nice cars and how everybody got all this stuff. And you ain't playing the game right. So we're gonna get you to playing the game right. You feel me? Now, again, this credit thing is something that is a very touchy subject. People are like, oh, you can get into debt. Yes, you can. But one thing I'm always telling y'all is stewardship, management, learning how to manage money properly. These are things you need first before you even think about doing any of this stuff I'm telling you. And I am not a financial advisor. Let me throw that out there. You feel me? This is strictly something that I do, something that I enjoy, something I like to teach, but do it at your own risk. You know what I'm saying? Let me throw that out there. There are people who buy houses with these credit cards. I'm actually doing home renovations with mine. I'm actually gonna buy a car with my credit card. Like, I'm gonna do the same thing. You feel me? Like, we're gonna get it popping and use it for business and use it for perks and different things like that. There is a scripture that stood out to me. There's a scripture earlier that stood out to me, and I'm about to tell y'all what that is. It's Matthew 25:14-30. Listen to this crazy work. I know you heard it a bunch of times, but you probably ain't never thought about it like this. It's the story of the talents, right? So you got a wealthy master, basically, that he called his servants and entrusted them with his possessions. All right? Entrusted them. What does that sound like? It's not their money, it's not their property, right? What is that? Borrowed. You feel me? Just follow me. He gave one 5 talents, to another he gave 2, to another he gave 1. To his own ability, he went on his journey. The one that received 5 talents, traded with them. Don't know exactly what that means, but he made profit, right? He gained 5 more talents. The one who had 2 talents, the one with 2 talents got 2 more. The one that only had 1 talent dug his in the ground. Now check this out. After a long time, the master had came back. He returned and settled the accounts. To the one who received 5 talents, he came and brought him 5 more, saying, Master, you entrusted me with 5 talents, and I have made profit and gained you 5 more talents. His servant said to him, Well done, my good and faithful servant, for you have been faithful and trustworthy over little. I will put you in charge of many. All right. The one that had 2 talents gained 2 more talents. His master said, Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over little. I will put you in charge of many. The one who only had 1 talent, now this is the part that get me. The one that only had 1 talent said, Master, I knew you was harsh and a demanding man. So I was afraid to invest, and I went and hid the talents in the ground. And then the master said to him, check this out, you wicked and lazy servant, you ought to have put my money with the who? Bankers. And at my return, I would have received interest on my money. What does that sound like to you? That sounds like borrowed money. He gave them money to invest with. It's crazy work. Gave them money to invest with, right? Other people's money, because it wasn't theirs, and wanted a return on it. They wanted them to flip it and make more. Come on, man. Listen, it's been there the whole time. Now, again, borrow is slave to a lender, but it never said that you couldn't borrow money. If you borrow money the correct way and you use it for investments, this is how you become slave to the lender. When you get a Macy's card and you go buy thousands of dollars worth of clothes, right? You're not selling them clothes to make more money. So now you definitely gonna be enslaved to the lender because you ain't got no money to pay it back. You feel me? But if you go out there and get some real estate and you flip a property, or you go trade for it and you know how to do that and you flip that, or you go buy a food truck or whatever and you flip that, now we get into the money. See, this is what I want y'all to understand right quick, is that you've been behind in life because you haven't took these steps to get a secure credit card, to get, or to leverage your credit the right way, right? You might have done it the wrong way, but we got ways of getting around all that. You know what I'm saying? How you can get debt free. We're gonna cover all that today, and stuff like that. But this is why you might see the people, oh, they got the Corvettes, they got the Lambos, they got all this. They got good credit. They can go in that lot, zero money down, put a small down payment. Down payment can come right off the credit card. Leverage that, get tax write-offs off their business, and all kinds of stuff. Like it's so much to the game that I need y'all to get, but you only gonna get it when you pay attention. All right, knowledge is power. So check this out. How do you establish credit? Let's go down this first one. There's a many different ways you can do it. Secure credit card. I recommend Discover It. Write these down. Discover It secure credit card. Open Sky. You know, if you're just starting out, literally Discover It is gonna be usually the best because it got points. Now this is very beginner friendly stuff right here for the people who just started, right? Open Sky, Capital One, secure credit card, Discover. Them is like the main three, right? Once you get past that, you good. Now, you can also go in there and get, you know, secured loans and stuff like that, put money down, and then, you know, borrow against it. Also, if you have assets, borrow.com, BORRO.com. If you're somebody who already has assets, you can loan against your assets, right? Cars, you can loan against watches, bags, like Louis Vuitton bags, rings, all that stuff. That's another play. You know, properties, all that kind of stuff. You can borrow against it on borrow.com. So that's another play. When it comes down to your personal, all you want to do, again, pay your card, get some gas, get a little stuff, buy a couple things, pay it back every month, let it report, pay your stuff off, good to go. Do that over time, your credit gonna start building, stuff like that, right? If you got rent and you pay rent and you want to report your rent, rentreporters.com or Rental Karma. Those two websites right there, report your rent, your score is gonna go up. You feel me? If you want to dispute stuff, cfpb.gov. cfpb.gov is a government website. All right. What you can do is you can go in there, dispute. Right? You can go in there, dispute anything on your credit report. It's a government site. If they can't verify it in 30 days, they're gonna remove it. Inquiries, collections, all of that stuff. All right. They will remove it off your credit. Straight like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's another play. Now you got ChatGPT that can write you the letters. You know what I'm saying? If you really want to get busy like that, and then you save that to your computer, and you could just upload that document on there and run the play like that. All right, that's a whole nother ballgame. When it comes to building business credit, I told you I recommend everybody shift over to business credit after you get your personal together. So personal comes first. You know what I'm saying? So many different ways to get your personal popping. But after you get your personal, you want to move everything over to business credit because it does not show on your personal credit report. You keep your personal credit report clean, looking good, and then the rest, again, it won't show up. But before you get to the business credit, make sure you got an LLC. Busy.com, BIZEE.com. Go get your LLC. Starting out. All right. Your LLC. Let that business seize up a little bit, season up, like a year or two. You know what I mean? If you can't do that, age corporations. That's going to be a little more expensive. You could buy corporations that already been in existence for like 5 to 10 years. You can go buy one, but that might cost you 3, 4 bands, 5 bands to do that. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't got the money to go that route, you got to let your stuff seize up. But I'm going to give you another play. Here's another play. If you have an LLC, bars, I'm about to give you a play. Watch this. If you got an LLC and you know someone with good credit, okay? Let's say you know somebody who already owns the business, who has good credit, that y'all close, y'all locked in, right? What you can do is you start your LLC. You can add that person onto your LLC as like 75, 85% owner, all right? They can apply for the business credit for you. It's not gonna show on their personal credit at all. They're just applying for it on the business. They apply for the credit cards for you. Since they already established, you get 25K, 30K, 40K, 50K, 100K loans, lines of credit, boom. Then you can take them, once you get approved, you could take them right off the LLC. You could pull them right off the LLC. Now you got all the credit, you got all the bread, boom. And you can even throw them an incentive for doing that. Here, I'll give you $1,000, lace me like that, boom, something like that. That's a play, all right? It's not gonna show on their credit at all. It's not gonna show on yours. It's on the business side. And people was asking me this before in the last video. How can I move all my personal debt over there to the business credit side? The exact same way I just kind of explained it, adding somebody over there, because like they like, oh, well, I got personal debt, but I can't get approved for business credit. You know what I'm saying? So that's the play you can run, is to have somebody else hop on there, because it's not gonna show up on their stuff. But you could do it like that and then have them apply for that. Then how you do it is, once you get the business credit, you can find somebody else with a business, or the person that you're operating with that already has a business, have them pull up an invoice. So let's say you got a $30,000 credit card, right? They could pull up the invoice. You pay the invoice with the credit card. That money goes into their account. They send it to you. Then you just pay off all of your personal credit cards, right? You pay off all your personal credit cards. Now all that debt is transferred to the business side, right? So now you owe on the business side, but you don't owe nothing on the personal, because you just pay those off. Credit score jumps through the roof, just like that. You know what I'm saying? That way, you good. Now, the debt on the business side, you're still gonna owe, of course. So we make plans for that, but that's just not gonna show on your personal, so your credit score gonna stay up. All right? So I'm giving y'all sauce right now. I hope y'all catching the waves, man. Oh, boom. When it comes to trading, listen, credit cards and credit can be used for so much more stuff. Like, I told people, like, a lot of people are doing all these funded challenges, right? They're trying to pass funded challenges, been trying. I've never even passed one, which is crazy. Not saying they're impossible, because people do it every day. I've never even passed one. Got to phase 2 a couple times and just left it alone, right? But what I found out is when I trade with my own credit, I don't have no rules, no restrictions, because it's my money basically that I'm trading. You know, prop firms got all these rules and restrictions. I can trade it how I want. I could be as risky as I need to be for a certain trade, certain setups. No rules, boom. So what I tell people is, and again, do this at your own risk, it's not financial advice, but if you can work on getting your credit up, right, to where you got 6 figures in credit, you got 50,000, 40,000 in credit, and you can liquidate those cards and be able to put it into the market. Now, I don't recommend doing this until you're solid on your strategies, until you're solid on your discipline, self-control. If you're not solid, just say this play for later and know that you don't have to worry about bread no more, because you know how to get it. No, nobody watching this video should have to ever worry about having money again. I'm literally telling you how to make millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Literally. I'm guaranteeing you, if you're doing what I'm telling you, you're gonna get money. That's a guarantee. The credit card companies will give you money if your credit profile looks right. That's a guarantee, right? There's no way they won't, right? If your credit profile is beautiful, they're gonna give it to you. So smile, because you're gonna get the money. Now you just gotta figure out what you're gonna do with the bread. But when it comes to, like I said, the prop firms and all that, start your own prop firm for yourself. Not for nobody else, but for yourself. Work on your credit, get 2 or 3 credit cards, 25K, 50K, 40K, boom. Take one of them cards, and you don't even gotta use the whole thing. This is one play that I was telling y'all, is that, let's say you had a 40K credit card, you threw 30K in there, right? You don't even have to use, and give yourself a threshold. Say I got 30K in this account from my line of credit, right? I'm only gonna risk 5K of it. Something that you know you could pay back fairly quickly, right? 4 or 5 months, something like that. 3 months, 2 months, even if it's 2K, whatever the case is, right? Throw that in the market. If you lose, like let's say 2 to 3K, then pull all that money back out, put put it right back on your line of credit, your credit card, right? And then just pay that small balance back off. Then that money is back on the card. You can pull it right back off and do it again. Keep doing that until you, because one of them gonna hit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you've been trading a while, you understand it. One of them trades gonna hit, and it's only gonna take one good trade to take your account way up. Now you put 30K in there. Let's say you grew it by 10, you up 40K. Now you got 40K free money in there. At that point, you could take the 30K back off the credit card, go pay the line of credit back. Boom. Now you're up in profit. Or you could just keep compounding it slowly, taking your time, hop in some crypto plays, get some good runs, stuff like that. Those are plays that you can do when you understand this business credit. And all in all, it's not shown on your personal. You running that plays. You know what I'm saying? So again, houses, you can buy houses with these cards. Real estate, you can actually, there's a lot of car lots that take, business credit. You know what I'm saying? You could pull the money off, or you could just swipe the card and buy a car outright. Now, some car dealerships do have like merchants fees at 3%, stuff like that. Sometimes some car dealerships don't like that. Some will though. There's a lot that will just accept it. Now, here's another play for those of you who need plays like for Turo, right? And let's say your credit and all that, but you do got cards. Buy here, pay here spots, right? There's a lot of buy here, pay here spots. Matter of fact, let's go over here and look right quick. Okay, so right now we're looking at this website. These are buy here, pay here places. People who, these car lots ain't worried about credit at all, right? As long as you got the money for the down payment, you in there, right? So let's say you did have a credit card, but your credit wasn't all that good, but you had at least $1,900 on there, $2,000 on there, whatever. Buy here, pay here spots. Boom, drop that $1,900 down payment, and now you in something. This can actually just turn into a whole business model, right? Even if you don't got good credit or you don't got credit cards right now, if you do got, $1,400 or $1,900, $2,400 in some places, what you can do is buy those cars. Again, take those cars. Either you can drive them yourself if you need to, but if not, use it for business because that's what we all about. Put an ad up on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or whatever, and just tell people, hey, I got a car that you can use for DoorDash, all of that. And then you're going to find people who actually need a car and they got to pay you a certain amount a week. You know what I'm saying? And now you're making money off the car, right? Or you could just take the car, put it on Turo, run plays off of that. You know what I'm saying? But small down payments, they ain't really worried about your credit at all because these buy here, play here spots. And you in the game. So it's a million different ways to really get it out here, this credit. And again, you don't have to be the smartest person in the world. The only thing you got to do is know people, right? Everybody knows somebody. I'll prove it to you. Anywhere you go, there's small businesses, right? Everybody knows somebody with a photography business or a barber business or a food truck or something. Somebody is running some kind of business somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So what you can do with your credit and how you can leverage it is you don't got to be the smartest person. You don't got to come up with all the brand new ideas. All you got to do is find people that's doing it and you become an investor. You become a partner in whatever they got going on. Everybody always needs something. Trust me. You find somebody that's, a photographer. You say, hey, is that your dream camera? Right? Let's say you got good credit. Hey, is that your dream camera? They like, nah, we really love this one. Oh, how much is that one? Oh, it's like $6,700. It's really good. It's going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? I do weddings all year, this stuff and that. But with bills and everything, I don't got enough to save for that. So boom. All right, cool. How about this? How about I can get you your camera today? You know what I'm saying? I can get you your camera today. I want this percentage of the business. You know what I'm saying? I don't got to do nothing else on the back end. You just cut me in on your profits. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Until I pay this all plus interest. And then we part ways. You could do it like that. Or you can come in somebody's real estate deal. Hey, talk to a real estate person, a realtor, whatever. What kind of deals do you need money for any of these deals? Like, can it like 5K or 3, 4, 5K get me anywhere? Like for, whatever earnest deposits or whatever you need. Like, I got that. I could do that. You can become the money person. Or you could be the lender and not the borrower. You know what I'm saying? Now you borrow to become the lender. So let's say I do borrow some bread from a credit card and I say, yo, now I'm considered a lender because now I got the bread, 0% interest. That's another thing. You want to make sure you get 0% interest credit cards. But now I can get these credit cards and now I can start lending to folks, right? Now I can say, okay, I got a $10,000 credit card. I can write out contracts from ChatGPT, right? I can start lending money to folks and adding interest on top of that. Now they got to pay you. And if they don't, We going to court. You feel me? This is real documentation. So that's a whole nother play. I mean, there's a million, y'all. But you just heard on the videos where they were saying, like, I run ads with my credit cards. This is what I was telling y'all in previous videos. Like, look, you're not going to be able to compete with nobody with $300,000-$400,000 worth of credit, and you at home talking about how you don't fool with that credit stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't fool with that credit stuff, man. You into that. All right, keep on nickel and diming the rest of your life, and I promise you, you're going to be in that same spot 5-10 years from now. And while everybody else around you is coming up, learning how to leverage, learning how to do this stuff, you're going to be the same one complaining and talking about how you wish, I should be different. I should be further along than I am now. Like, we ain't got time for that, bro. We trying to really get to it. I love what Myron Golden said, too, in one of his videos. He said, you can always make up and leverage what you lack in ability, right? Let me say, you don't have the ability to get 25K that you can raise at your job. You can make up for it by leveraging it, right? So if your job ain't paying you enough, right, it's okay. That's cool. I'm going to use this job. I'm going to keep this steady job. I'm going to work on getting my credit right. I got an exit plan now, right? If you're at a job, you got an exit plan now. Get my credit right, get my money up, find things to invest in, and then I'm out of there. I ain't got to come back no more. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get yourself to a point where you like a walking bank and you have 6 figures in credit, 50, 60K in credit, whatever the case is, and you get to that point where your lifestyle don't require that much, but you got all this credit and you can always invest at any time, that's a beautiful place to be. Now you got all these points, all this. Speaking of points, I'm gonna give y'all another bar, all right? I just learned this. Shout outs to, what's her name? I think it's Shamika. I think it's a girl named Shamika, but I just learned this play from her, which was freaking genius. Now listen to this. American Airlines shopping portal, right? Some of the dopest information I done heard. Now this lady right here has accumulated over 1 million points, right? Over 1 million points on multiple different platforms. So American Airlines, if you fly American Airlines, if you fly Southwest, if you fly Delta, right? Pick which airlines you fly that's closest to where you at, right? Sign up to the shopping portals, and everything you normally buy, all right? From Walmart, they got every store pretty much on here. You know what I mean? You pick your category, you go to women's clothing, whatever the case is, shoes, stuff for the house, tissue, whatever. I mean, whatever you need, they got it. Walmart, Best Buy, all the stores, Nike, right? And whatever you would normally buy, you just buy it from here instead of buying it from the store. And you're gonna get miles. So look, if we go over here, look at this. All these different stores, all this stuff. So every time you buy on here, you earn miles, right? 1.5 miles per dollar. So every dollar you spend, you earn 1.5 miles. Some of them go up to 4 miles. It just depends on the store. But they got all of these stores. Every store you could think of, from the luxury Louis Vuitton all the way to Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, Netflix. I mean, every store is on here. So what she does is every single thing that she normally buys, she just buys it from here. Normal stuff that she would normally buy for her house, food, clothes, whatever. Buy it from here, accumulate points all day. And you could do that on multiple. So she has a Delta account, this account. Didn't know nothing about this. Well, I think I heard about it, but I ain't really look into it. So that's a whole nother play for those of you who want to just accumulate a lot of points, just spending normal day-to-day stuff that you would already spend. And how many years have we been spending on this stuff, and we could have been getting airline miles all day. So that's a whole nother play, y'all. Just to let y'all know. I'm giving y'all plays. Now listen, there is a website called Flipper. I told y'all this video gonna be lit. It's gonna be long, but it is what it is. Flipper.com. All right, I need you to send this to all the people so they can come up in life. Stop stressing over money. We ain't got to stress over that no more. We know what we're doing. All right, you can buy a website. They got Shopify stores, whatever the case. Let me see if they let me. These are stores that's already running. Now, of course, you can filter and stuff. They got YouTube channels in here, all that kind of stuff. Now, these prices is a little strenuous, so you will have to filter and go through like smaller amounts and stuff like that. But they got content stores, advertising stores. You can actually buy cash flowing businesses that's already online making money, right? They'll even tell you how much they're bringing in a month, $4,700. But you got to pay $200,000 for that. But they do got smaller businesses like that's only gonna cost you $1,200, $500, $800, $3,500, stuff like that, and they still generating a cash flow every month. Already got a customer base, already in the Google algorithm and stuff like that. So you won't even have to worry about setting all that up. You just buy it. Traffic's already still coming to it. They making money, right? Because these are people who basically built their business up. They selling it to you, fully functional. You buy it and boom, you already making money on the business. You know what I'm saying? So that's flippable. All right. Listen to this right here. It's easier to make more money working less if you have the right leverage. Make more money working less. It's about working smarter, not harder. This is the wave of the future, y'all. If you're not working smarter, you killing yourself. I remember working at a warehouse. I know I talk about it all the time. 12-hour shifts, 10-hour shifts. Check be garbage. You know what I'm saying? All that hard work. And then there's people over here just hitting apply, 20,000. Hitting apply, 15K. Hitting apply, 40,000, 100,000. What? That's crazy. So change your mindset, change your life, y'all. Credit cards, lines of credit are used for investing into your future. There's nothing wrong with it. People tell you they bad to stay away. Stop listening to them. Listen to people who's doing it. Listen to people who's been doing it. You know what I'm saying? Who's living the life that you want. Listen. Don't stress about money no more. You're going to get free money. The only thing you need to be thinking about is what you're going to invest in when you get it. Because it's almost a guarantee. It is a guarantee. It is a guarantee that you're going to get the money if you get your profile together, your credit profile. After you get the money, though, what are you going to invest in? So now that's what you need to start researching. Start researching how to make money. That's the easy part. What you going to invest in, who you going to invest in, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. What kind of house you going to get type stuff. Start really looking up the stuff that you want because it's coming. You know what I'm saying? 2025, get live, baby. All right, let me see what else I got. Oh, boom. Leveraging other people's credit as well. OPC. Same concept I was talking about earlier, but this play is people who already got credit cards that are not using them, finding ways to invest their money for them. Now, that can be very, very risky, so do your own due diligence on that, but there's a lot of people with credit cards. There's so many people out here all the time like, oh, I got 25K, I never really use it, though. I just got the card. I'm like, what? Are you tripping? I'm like, so if you know people that got high limit credit cards, they're not using them, and you really know plays, you know what I'm saying, but you just ain't got the bread like that, but you know plays that can really work, it's gonna have to be contract based though. They gotta agree to it, but if they agree, there you go. There's your money. You can start flipping other people's bread on whatever it is that you got going on. So that's a whole nother play. Now, velocity banking. Listen, there's one channel. There's two channels really. Fantastic and Velocity Channel. Velocity Channel is where I started. That's my guy, Connor J. Wallace. Don't know him personally, but that's one of the first videos I ever seen. He breaks his stuff down so cold. I mean, he'll show you how to make money out of thin air with this credit stuff. I mean, he breaks it down so cold. Like, he changed my whole mindset. He was the first person that I heard say that your credit card is not a bill. Like, he changed my mindset on how I look at credit. Your credit can be used as a savings account, a checking account, how to operate out of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the Velocity Channel. I mean, he got some great videos. Listen, how to pay off a 50K car loan with $1,000. Come on, man. Listen, hey, how to erase $30,000 on a 6-year auto loan with a $6,000 credit card. Tell me them players don't sound cold. So just go watch all his videos. I mean, he got millions of them. And I'm exaggerating, hundreds of them that are really, really good on velocity banking. But I'll speak on velocity banking a little bit and what it's done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it literally changed my way of thinking. Now I can comfortably spend on my credit cards. And if I properly plan, I know how much time it's going to take me to pay the credit card off. So that's what velocity banking is pretty much about. Living life, right? Paying down debt faster and being able to live life. If you're somebody who works at McDonald's and you got credit cards, right? That's the thing. If you got at least 2 credit cards, you work at McDonald's, you can still travel to all of these places, running these plays. Speaking of the girl Shamika and using that airline portal to shop, she didn't tell me, it was on the video. I don't even know her, but these are my virtual mentors that I'm watching. She said that she was able to take a trip to somewhere overseas for like $11. Would have been like a $20,000 trip, but because she used them points, it's only $11 out of pocket. And that's what I'm telling you. If you're somebody who works at McDonald's or works at a low-end paying job or a job that you just hate, but you want to still be able to travel the world, these are plays that you can run to be able to do that. Now, the whole velocity banking thing comes into play is because when you spend that money after you done planned and you know how much money you got left over after all your bills is paid, then you use that money to be able to chunk. So basically you take your whole check, put it onto the credit card, right? So if you already owe on your credit card, you take your whole check, put it on the credit card, pay your expenses from your credit card, right? On a website called plastique.com, where you can use a credit card to pay all your bills, all right? Your mortgage, all that stuff. But you put your money on the card, pay your expenses off, whatever's left on the credit card stays on there to knock the balance down. Then you get paid again. Put all your whole check onto the card, pay your bills, and you do that for 1 to 2 months, 3 months, however long it's gonna take you to do that. Once you do that, you accumulated a whole lot of rewards points and airline miles, right? And you got the money back on the card, so now you got all your money back to invest again. And I mean, you vibing. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of that, you get a credit line increase. You know what I'm saying? Because after doing all that work, credit card companies see it. They're like, look, so we're gonna take your limit $10,000 higher or $15,000 higher. So that's the benefits of it. Now imagine having 5 to 10 credit cards and you getting credit limit increases every 6 months or every year. Huge limit, you know what I'm saying? And your limits is going crazy. You learn how to invest, you learn how to do, or you could just sit on the money. As long as you continue to accumulate them, sit on it, and when opportunities come, you got the bread for it. It ain't no more, oh man, I wish I could do that. I wish I could do this. I wish I could buy a business. Nah, we gonna get to the bag. So this is what this video is all about. I wanted to make sure you fully understand that credit cards are not bad. It's the management side of it that people don't have down. Like, only use credit cards to invest in things that's gonna make money, right? Properly plan for the worst case scenario. And then if it is the worst case scenario, the business flops or whatever, we got velocity banking to pay it back down. The best part about credit cards is it's revolving. So once we pay the money back, we can use it again. You know what I'm saying? So don't look at it as it's a bill. Look at it as it's something. Look at it basically as you paying your own self back. So if I take a credit card and I go to a used car lot and I swipe $5,000, right? And I get that used car. Once that car makes me money and I pay my credit card back, I essentially got the car for free. Now you're like, how? Because I pay myself back. Now, if I'm paying monthly payments to that car every month without using a credit card, I don't get that money back. But since I'm paying my credit card back, I can still use my credit card again. So technically, I got it for $0. See, this is the mindset that kind of Jay Wallace put, you know what I'm saying? He got me on the Velocity channel. He got me on a crazy mindset. So now I'm looking at stuff like, oh, okay, cool. So every credit card that I get is another investment tool. So I don't look at it as debt like everybody else. I look at it, oh, I got another 50,000, I got another 20,000, I got another, and these are my investments, my investment cards, and my emergency fund cards. Something go wrong, and it's a $6,000 water leak or something in the house. Boom, swipe the credit card, boom, velocity banking that on down. You know what I'm saying? Something else, I need something else, cool. Let me go purchase that, velocity banking that on down. And we trade, we day traders, right? So we learn how to make money faster than the average person. That's even more of a blessing. So again, these are the vibes. I'm telling you, listen, I do have a credit course below. I do go over a lot of this stuff. I do go over pretty much everything you need to know. If you need that guide, it is below. Other than that, go run the plays I told you. I love y'all. I'll see you on another video. Peace.